knows.
He doesn't even know what he knows.
He claims he's from the 31st century.
I'm Jessica.
Everyone knows Limelight.
The Fatal Five are coming!
Hi, this is Marc Morrell from ToonBarn. We're here at WonderCon 2019 talking about Justice League versus the Fatal Five. And I'm here with the screenwriters, Jim Krieg and Eric Carrasco.
Hello! Hey.
So, can you guys tell me, you have two characters here that are dealing with some issues that a lot of people deal with. You have mental health and anxiety and other types of issues like that. Did you have to bring a consultant on with you to help you with the writing of this?
Oh man, I wish I could say we did. I think that what we did was kind of make their challenges in some ways vague enough so that, I mean, basically all of us have some kind of challenge that we're dealing with. So whether you're literally getting in some kind of therapy for it or not, we've all got issues. And these characters have them as well. And so we kind of made them as so specific that it would require that.
We wanted you to be able to bring whatever you're going through potentially to the characters as well, and you know that means keeping it open a little bit. We didn't want to necessarily label what Jessica's going through.
Yeah, that's right. It wasn't about a specific diagnosis for these people. Right. I think the important thing is that we all have challenges and that we're able to rise above them.
Well, it was cool to watch, and this is something Sam has talked about too. I don't know if he talked about it here, but everybody from the storyboard artists on up either had some sort of experience with, let's say, anxiety or knew someone who did, and were bringing their own little moments to it. Like, there's a great moment that I don't believe is in the script where Jessica's in with her therapist, and she's just sort of like kneading this area on her hand, and there's just like this really quiet thing that happens that is so relatable, and that I watched and was like, oh, wow, that's it. That's the whole character in that one moment, and it's not even in the script because everybody was sort of bringing that, and Diane brings something so wonderful to that too. So,
Diane, of course, being Crazy Jane on Doom Patrol, man, she has a range.
Royalty in the span of 3 months, like just in everything.
Yeah. It's amazing.
She's wonderful.
Okay, so the other characters that you brought into this, that not on the Fatal Five side because they were already established, but other characters in the Justice League, like Mr. Terrific and Miss Martian, how did you decide those were the characters you were going to bring from the DC universe?
Miss Martian was just fun, right? It was just like...
It was fun. We wanted somebody who could be a new, like, prospective Justice League member and bring something new out of Batman that you haven't seen before. And so we're playing with that relationship.
There are a lot of serious issues in this movie, so that... It's not slapstick, but that element, that relationship is fun and kind of funny and hopefully delightful. So be delighted by it, please.
That, and then my brother reminded me of this when this movie was announced, and Mr. Terrific was in the lineup of the Justice League. He reminded me of way back when they were making Superman Doomsday, and just the first couple of these DTV movies that we had written a fan fiction script for a Justice League Unlimited continuation that had a Justice League where Mr. Terrific was the main character, and so I haven't changed, is what I'm saying.
I just wanted to see if they would write fair play on his sleeves over and over again. It was just a challenge. And
very hard to animate that.
All right, so let's...
It doesn't travel well.
He's got blank sleeves in this.
So let's solve this once and for all. Who's the smartest, Tharic, Mr. Terrific, or Batman?
Well, you know, there's emotional intelligence and there's kind of crafty intelligence. I think they're all smart, and I think they're all the third smartest man in the world.
He's the third smartest man in the world, Mr. Terrific. Tharic wasn't eligible for that conversation because he was 1,000 years in the future. And Batman, is he one of those top two spots? Is he tied for third? Who's to say?
Oh, Batman, no, he wouldn't let himself be put on the list. He doesn't like...
Why? He would never take an IQ test when he could be solving a crime and avenging his parents' murder.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, I want to thank you guys for joining us on ToonBarn at WonderCon.
Thank you for...
Thanks, man.
The first time my friend John Callan saw this movie, he went, "Oh, you wrote Miss Martian as yourself. you accidentally wrote a character that was all about how terrified you were of writing this movie. And I went, holy cow, I absolutely did. So I really relate to you.
Wow.
Because it was walking into a room with Bruce and with Alan and with Jim and talking through all these characters. And I think it was writing the Batman-Miss Martian relationship was all about how hard it must be to work for Batman.
And Eric didn't even have the advantage of being able to turn invisible when
Here's something I meant to give you back at the studio.
You're welcome.
I told you to wait in the car.
It's hot in the car. I heard you were grabby.